morning, dozens of families are hoping to get the all clear to return home after a gas leak leveled this home in Fairfax County.
Yeah, the two people inside the home at the time of the explosion, they are out of the hospital this morning with only minor injuries. Crews will be back at the site today. Let's get out straight live to reporter John Gonzalez to lead us off with a look at what they're going to be focused on this morning. John, good morning.
Adam, good morning to you. And today is about getting answers, and there are still many questions here in this Centreville neighborhood. Behind me, utility crews are continuing a methodical search underground. You can see all the activity here in the neighborhood. They are inserting gas detection sensors into the soil and using heavy equipment to pinpoint the source of what officials are calling an active gas leak in this neighborhood. Now take a look. Here's a look from our drone that's been flying this week. Right now, 4 homes, we are told, are still considered at risk. 51 homes remain unsafe to occupy. 4 natural gas lines run through this neighborhood, including a major transmission line that serves much of the area here. Determining which line is involved will dictate how long families remain displaced, possibly another day or two, potentially several days, we understand. Now, the National Transportation Safety Board has now joined this investigation, which really indicates the seriousness of what happened here.
Every hour, Washington Gas takes readings on the exterior of the homes, manhole covers, as well as many test holes they've dug in and around the exterior of the property. Our crews enter the property and take readings throughout the structures to ensure those levels stay low.
Now, neighbors report smelling gas. More than 20 911 calls were made before this explosion. This morning, 7 News is asking what safeguards are in place right now to prevent another one. Residents will be notified when it's safe to return. Until then, crews remain working around the clock here in this Centreville neighborhood. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
Yeah, and John, for those residents, I mean, for all they know, it could be 4 hours, it could be 4 days until they're able to go back. We're also learning that there's going to be a couple of town halls organized today for people who have questions. What do we know about that?
That's right. I got the information right here. The Cub Run Recreation Center here in Centreville, not far away. 2 town halls, one at 10 o'clock this morning and then the other at 7 o'clock tonight. And then there's also a media briefing being held at that same location right after that first morning session. So the media briefing will be held right at around 11:30, we are told, to give residents that have been impacted here more information.
Yeah, such a major inconvenience. Let's only hope we can only hope that they can wrap this up very quickly. All right, John Gonzalez, thank you. With an update on that home explosion in Fairfax County that injured 2 people and forced more than 50 families from their homes.
Crews have now been working around the clock to find the source of the gas leak and make sure the neighborhood is safe to return to. And that's where we find reporter John Gonzalez. So, John, what will crews be doing today?
Well, they will continue this ground testing that is going on at this hour, Adriana, and a police officer here in the neighborhood told us earlier that if they don't find the root of the problem here today, they may have to extend the perimeter by as much as 4 miles here in Fairfax County. So you can see Washington Gas crews are behind me here. They continue checking for gas migration and monitoring the pressure levels here in the neighborhood along 3 separate natural gas lines that run behind the home that was destroyed. Officials say 4 homes remain at potential risk and 51 homes are still not cleared for occupancy. Investigators, if they determine the issue involves one of the smaller lines, we are told residents could return sooner. If it's tied to a larger transmission line, well, then the timeline could stretch several more days. Now, 2 people were treated for minor injuries and released, including an elderly man who had to jump out of the home, and everyone connected to the home that exploded has been accounted for. That's the great news. The NTSB is now leading this investigation. When incidents involve pipeline infrastructure, that's the norm.
In the moment, we were just worried about the safety of the neighbors, and you're seeing a house fire explosion, and then you realize it's gas and it could be a bigger issue for the neighborhood, and you think, okay, how serious is it?
Yeah, this morning officials are reminding residents across the region, if you ever smell natural gas, leave immediately and call 911 or Washington Gas, in this case, from a safe location. I was speaking to one of the neighbors across the street here. They are still in their home, but he's waiting for that 11:30 press conference this morning to find out if they will have to evacuate as well. Reporting live, John Gonzalez, 7 News.
John, thank you. Also, something to tell you about here. Fairfax County is hosting 2 town hall meetings today for those impacted by the house explosion and the gas leak. You'll have a chance to ask county officials questions and get the latest updates. The first meeting is happening at 10 o'clock this morning at the Cub Run Recreation Center in Chantilly. The second will be held there at 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, so this morning 7 News is on your side with a look at what you should do if you think there's a gas leak in your home. Remember, natural gas isn't visible and you can't smell it, but there is an additive added to it that smells like rotten eggs. So if you think you smell it, first you want to get out. Go 300 feet away. That's about the length of a football field. Get away that far from your house. Don't start your car or use any electric devices. Certainly don't smoke. Anything that has a spark could ignite that gas in the air, even a garage door opener. Once you're safe and outside, again, don't use any electrical switches. And once you're outside, call 911.